here make out what the umpire's saying, but it's 3 games all. Winning that serve, Hach and Szmurlo. And the serve now goes back to Kassautzki and Larson. And Larson will serve. Larson and Kassautzki in red in the near court. Serving to Hach and Szmurlo in the far court. 3 games all, first set, best of 3.
Got to make those ones.
Although I did hear a story once that a guy, this wasn't on the pro tour, but on an amateur level. You know when you open a can of tennis balls that smell?
Yes.
The guy opened it and took a big inhale and actually passed out. And then a little bit like your story, hit his head and died from the inhaling the tennis ball.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I don't know if it's true, but I heard that story. And now you have.
See, I'll believe anything. So you can tell people that I believe that. It won't impress them.
Oh, man, now we're having fun.
We were speaking about communication earlier, a minute ago, with the men's doubles. We just saw an indication of not great communication in the ladies' doubles match. Jacinda Layden just put up a shot in the middle there.
As we see this one again, hang on a second, we'll see this again. Right into the net there.
And
yes, go ahead.
That was it was in between Alexa's backhand and Kyla's forehand, and they both went up for it, and neither one swung. Went right between the two of them. As you might say, right in the hubby wife zone.
The hubby wife, that's what I was going to say. Nice lob there. Get them guys set up again. Oh, unforced error to the net.
By the American.
30 all. See this again, this unforced error by Tony Larson. And certainly the singles match we did earlier was dominated. If you could say, maybe not one player, but dominated by unforced errors. Larson to serve, 30 all. 7th game of this first set, best of 3. And it's Arby's Manitoba Open. Nice shot there.
Oh, no. Oh, I think he called that out.
Is that out?
40-30.
Yep, he did. You're watching the Arby's Manitoba Open Tennis Championships, the doubles final, men's doubles final. Rick Lowe and Jeff Gerberson right here on Shaw TV. Happy to have you on board. Got a whole crew of guys and girls helping you bring this telecast today.
Game Larson.
We've got cameramen on roofs. We've got people in vans. We've got Jim Toth in the lounge. We've got people doing research. We've got people all over the place. That's the end of that game. 4-3 now for Kassautzki and Larson in the first set.
I think Tony changed the scoreboard again.
Yep.
Maybe that's his job.
Well, I don't know. You're the guy. And you know what? Hey, this is interesting because in the tennis match, Jeff, we were talking about Steckley got a warning from the umpire. And in fact, the same umpire. What was his name again?
Dave Skrapnik.
Dave Skrapnik. That's a great name. And so I talked to Dave in between the singles match and this doubles match, and I said, what is it, 3 warnings? And he said, actually, it's as many as I want.
Really?
And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, it's up to me. I got to get a sense of the game. He said, I can give one 10 warnings. He said, he said, I have to give them a minimum of 2.
Okay.
But he said, if it's the 3rd one and they're going to default the game and it's, yelling something audibly, but it's his own mistake, he said, and it cost the guy a match, he said, I would never do that.
Okay, that's good.
So he said, I could do 10. He said, I don't think I ever would. But he said, it all depends, and how you convey the sense of urgency to the player. Like, you let the player know, okay, this is your last chance now.
Yeah.
So it is up to the discretion.
And the umpire would do that by putting his hand over the microphone and telling it to the player privately.
That's right, eh?
Well, I've only heard of a couple instances where a player's been defaulted like that, and the big one was John McEnroe near the end of his career. He was playing Michael Pernfors at the Australian Open, and they had just changed the rules, bumping it from 4 warnings to a match default to 3.
Okay.
And he claimed to not know that rule, and he was pulling some McEnroe-esque stunts and saying lots of many audible obscenities, and they defaulted him in the quarterfinals of the Australian Open.
And that also goes then to people paying to see it, watching it on TV. I mean, listen, as much, we all know that networks, especially in big events like that, and maybe in those days it wasn't so immediate, but networks have a say in what goes on, and there's no umpire in the world that would, in a men's final of a Grand Slam event, would default, and then CBS would go, no, I'm sorry, you can keep swearing. we're not quitting. We have another hour of commercials to sell, and you're not quitting. Oh, nice catch. Another nice one. Yeah, 3 times the charm, eh? But he had 2 really good ones there. That's Hach had some good ones there. Now you'll see he gets the...
Yeah, reflexes are a big part of doubles here.
You see he gets the first one. The second one... No, went to the well one too many times. Good serve by Karol. Szmurlo, 15-30. The Red Boys trying to break serve here to go up 5 games to 3. They're up 4 games to 3 right now in the first set. Men's doubles. Arby's Manitoba Open Tennis Championship. Kildonan Tennis Club. Spectacular weather. Might go for a little dragon race after this. Head on down to the river, go for a little dragon boat race. Nope.
30 all.
There you can see Hach and Szmurlo conferring to figure what to do with the serve. Again, the ubiquitous covering of the mouth so they can't read the lips. You'll see pitchers in baseball do that all the time whenever they're having their conversations with their catcher and or manager, always covering their mouth with their gloves so people can't read their lips.
Look out.
Ooh. There's someone right at the face. That's with the grin on his face, knowing he could have had his nose repositioned. Would have had a deviated septum off of that one. .30-40 now. Now, is there a set time limit on how long you can confer with your teammate?
25 seconds. Get
Again?
the point going again, yeah.
And that includes the serve now?
Well,
like in other words, the whole serve and everything is 25 seconds.
Yeah,
So you get into play.
Yep. You're within reason.
Common sense again.
You like to see those freebies on a break point.
Yeah, absolutely. Rick Loney along with Jeff Gervison. Jeff, just so you know, right, for the Free Press, also I was in the mixed doubles finals yesterday and just came up on the show. Was it straight sets?
Straight sets.
All right. Well, they're serving their way right back into this game, that's for sure, and into the set.
Yeah, breaking doubles is big. You don't get it's a lot. Pardon me, because it's so aggressive. If you can, nice volley there.
Yeah, that's a great shot. They managed to come back from down 30-40 to win that one.
Yep. But because there are so few breaks, when you can pull one off, that one break is often enough to win a set.
Why are there less breaks in doubles than there are in singles?
Well, guys have big serves, and if you